أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم الحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh wa Ramadan Mubarak. And so, I'm your, again, as you know, I'm your brother Imam Abdul Azeez, and we're back, and we want to continue our discussion on the transformative nature of fasting in the month of Ramadan, getting the most out of the blessed month of Ramadan, getting the most out of fasting. And so the question comes in, what do you know about fasting, dear brothers and sisters? Did you know that Allah has 3 goals set for you that's found in the Quran, in Surah 2, verse 183, Surah 2, verse 185, and Surah 2, verse 186? And respectively, Allah is calling us to develop our taqwa, to develop our level of appreciation, and to develop us in guidance. The month of Ramadan. 30 days creates a pattern. Anything that you do periodically, anything that you do consistently for a period of time becomes habit. And this is how we are to retain that level of information by repeating it, by being repetitive. And fasting, the behaviors in fasting, the attitudes in fasting, if you continue to repeat that on a daily basis for, say, 30 days, you're bound to come out of the month with something is bound to stick. You see, your patience during the month of Ramadan is tested all the time. Your will to be consistent is tested all the time. Your ability to become grateful is tested. Your level of Islamic understanding and knowledge becomes a test for you. And so, as a result, dear brothers and sisters, of you climbing this ladder, okay, starting from the first step to the 30th step, the 29th or 30th step, you're climbing in this continuous level of you going upwards. You can't climb the ladder of Ramadan going backwards. You're not going to be able to get to the top going backwards, dear brothers and sisters. And so Allah assigns you this duty, this obligation, these activities to rehearse on a yearly basis because He knows His creation better than His creation knows itself. And what does Allah know about His creation? That His creation can backslide. His creation can forget. His creation could get a little soft and comfortable. His creation can become more and more content with the conditions around him or her, so they become stagnant. Allah knows about the stagnation of His creatures. He knows about how quick we can be distracted. Allah knows these things, so He prescribes fasting for us so that we can improve on that and not get thrown off track, dear brothers and sisters. Fasting in that sense is used as a means to get us back on track. So this self-auditing process, we continue with that discussion by looking at the true nature and meaning of fasting for us. For me and you, it's about self-development. For me and you, it's about us becoming better. For me and you, it's not about going backwards, it's about going forward, dear brothers and sisters. Your job in this during this blessed month is to come out of the month better than which you came. Now, how many of us are striving with those intentions? And how many of us are enforcing that kind of mindset, who's enforcing those kind of endeavors in terms of making an effort to make good on our commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by going in and coming out of the month better than we were? Dear brothers and sisters, be mindful. The blessed month of Ramadan is upon us, and we have completed basically 2 weeks. And this completion, dear brothers and sisters, implies that we only got half of the month left. Don't allow the month of Ramadan to leave us without getting the benefit in which it intended to leave for us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us remember Him and to show gratitude to Him and worship Him in the best way. And we say Ameen to that, dear brothers and sisters. When we come back, we want to talk a little bit about or review, dear brothers and sisters, the goals of the month of Ramadan and get into a deep discussion about gratitude. May Allah help us. To that we say Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.